Welcome back, folks, and good evening. Happy December 20th, the launch of the Banquet event as well as the Accolades event. I wanted to make a quick video kind of going through those two events, and I've got some big news at the end of the video. I think you guys are going to like it. I think it's going to be good for the channel, so should be pretty exciting, hopefully. If you already know everything there is to know about the Banquet event and the Accolades event, then go ahead and skip towards the end of the video for the quick Crazy news, and we will get going from there. So right now, let's go ahead and dive in. The other big YouTubers like, Rich the Man and Prof, I'm sure they have explanations, really good, really well in-depth videos going through where it's flipping through the forums and all that other jazz. I don't have all the fancy stuff to do that. But no worries, I'm just going to stay on the phone in-game here. We'll go through the in-game email, and I'll do the best I can to kind of nutshell version this thing for you and break it down so it's easy to understand. Because there's been a lot of questions about the Banquet event, a lot of questions about the Accolade event, where are the greater gifting crystals and such. So for my little corner of the world, I'll try and explain it the best I can. Anyway, so let's dive in. Let's get to the email on the Banquet and Accolades. So the Banquet and Accolades are here, and it's awesome. So the first question is, where are the greater gifting crystals? For anyone that's not kept up on any of the news for the last few months, the greater gifting crystals are more or less still here. They've just been rebranded Banquet crystals. So instead of getting greater gifting crystals and sending them to someone else or trying to find someone to trade the greater gifting crystals with, now you just buy the Banquet crystals and open them yourself. So you cut out the whole element of having to have someone else involved to swap them and, run the risk of getting yourself scammed or technical issues where the trade doesn't go through, where, both sides seem genuine, but just the gremlins and the technology happen. Anyway, so for the Banquet event, there are points in a solo and alliance event. I'll jump over to those events and explain them in a few minutes. You do have to be Conqueror, which is completing Act 4, and have had your account since before November 21st in order to participate in this. And then you can gift friends as well as alliance mates. As of the making of this video, you are able to gift things to your friends, people in your friends list, including Accolades, as well as just your alliance mates. Now, I don't know if that's an error. I don't know if that's intended. The way the Accolades event works is it seems very geared to being within your alliance only, so I don't know if the friend ability to send the Accolades is intended or if they're going to fix that or not. Hopefully not. Being able to send your friends Accolades is awesome. Sometimes you're just not in the same alliance. You guys have different progression levels, but you're buds, and you want to send each other kudos. Hopefully that's intended and it stays that way. So for the Accolades event itself, so Accolades, you're going to get an email that gives you 10 Accolades today, as well as a second separate calendar that will give you 1 Accolade per day starting today for the next 10 days. And I'll show you that calendar as well. Receiving accolades from other people. Receiving accolades from other people only matters if you care about profile pictures or titles. If you get enough accolades from people in a given category, you can get a profile picture or a title. It's 5 for a profile picture, 15 for a title. So if you don't care about profile pictures and titles, then don't worry at all about trying to receive accolades. That's literally the only benefit that it gives you is a profile picture and title. So if those don't matter, then don't worry about trying to get them. But sending accolades to other players, that's the important piece. Sending an accolade to someone else gives you 50 points in a solo event. Every 100 points is a milestone where you will receive DreamWorks, making the DreamWorks, Teamwork crystals, whatever the DreamWorks crystal is, and you get a Banquet crystal, a greater Banquet crystal. So every 2 accolades you send out gives you a greater Banquet crystal and some shards on that DreamWorks crystal. And that's a complete solo event, has nothing to do with Alliance, but those greater Banquet crystals that you receive, when you open them, they give you points towards the Alliance event as well as the solo event. So there's a lot of double and triple dipping with where these crystals are coming from and where you can open them in. So let's get out of that. Let's take a look at those events over here. So in the solo events, we'll dive into that first, the Accolade, and you can see the how to get points. Nominate an alliance member, or as it is right now, you may also nominate someone on your friends list in your social tab to get 50 points. And then the rewards, every 100 points, you will get a greater banquet crystal, which contains a whole heap of crap, which is awesome, and these teamwork dreamwork crystal shards. And it's literally, it doesn't scale up, it's not exponential, it's just every 100 points you get them. So today you would have gotten 10 of the accolades plus 1 accolade from the calendar that started today. And I will show you that calendar right now. If we go to our calendars, you go to accolades, there it is. So every day you're going to get one of these accolades that allows you to gift a player. So if I go to my alliance and I click on one of my alliance members, I can gift, and there you see your accolades. Now there's nothing really here that does a good job about telling you your inventory. It's just if you try and send it and you don't have it, it's going to say you have insufficient funds. And then the titles of them, the top collector, the strongest defense, the nice, very nice, super nice, etc. All those titles are right there. So you will get one each of these today in mail, and then you will get one from your calendar every day for the next 10 days to send to people. And that will allow you to max out your solo event, which is the Accolade solo event, which ultimately gets you 10 greater banquet crystals and a heap of shards for the dreamwork teamwork crystal. Now, for the banquet solo event, I'm sure everyone's pretty aware of this, but there's a lot of ways to get points, mainly the banquet crystals. So buying a banquet crystal gives you 3,000 points, but opening a banquet crystal gives you 1,000 points. And then, there's a whole bunch of other items. Basically, everything boils down to you're going to get 10 points per unit spent. That's how most of this calculates out to. There's a chunk of them that you only get about 8 points per unit spent. It's a little less of a return. But I'm not going to dive into that really terribly deeply. Rich the Man has a great video with a spreadsheet that goes through each item in the return. I recommend popping over to Rich the Man's video if you really want the calculations of everything. But in a nutshell, it boils down to you're getting 10 points per unit you spend. So that banquet event is amazing. The solo event. Now, the top 30, the top 60, even the top 50% is going to be pretty unreachable by most people or most free-to-play players. But even just the top 76 to 100% is a 5-star Nexus or a 5-star Crystal. Then some rank 4 to 5, and it gets really good really fast the higher up you can get. So definitely something worth looking into. It's a great investment to get these crystals because you get great things out of the crystals, and it goes towards some amazing events. As for the Alliance event, let's dive into here. Now, you see, I can't contribute points because I'm fairly new to this Alliance in my Alliance family, so I've got to wait another 23 hours roughly, another day before I could start opening crystals, which I'm going to be making a huge video for, and that's going to be the news towards the end of this video about how I want to obtain crystals and how it's going to interact with my channel. But anyway, the banquet event, same thing. You're going to get points by, same as the solo, opening and buying crystals, and then, a whole bunch of other stuff that's gifting that boils down to 10 points per unit you spend. Not super high return. You really just want to stay with the banquet crystals. Hey, little buddy, are you saying hi to the world? So little man is back. He wants to talk to you guys, so I will try and manage that a little bit. Anyway, as for the rewards, the juicy rewards, the milestones are great. They're really trying to focus on the relics, as well as some more banquet crystals, some units, some Tier 5 cats, lots of shards, more relics, more shards, a whole bunch of goodies, a 6-star Nexus Crystal, and finally an Abyss Nexus Crystal for your top milestone. And then the rank rewards, again, the rank rewards are just out of control. You can see those within your game and scroll through the details there. But that, in a nutshell, is how it works. As far as accolades, that's how accolades works, and that's what you want to pay attention to. Don't be too fussed about trying to get accolades unless you care about profile pictures and titles. But make sure you send those accolades out and try and reach out in not necessarily who might be most deserving of the title. Obviously, you want the people who deserve the title to get it. But if that person who is in your alliance or in your friends list doesn't care about titles or profile pictures, ask them ahead of time, hey, I feel like you really deserve this. Do you care about the profile picture? Do you care about the title? If they're not too fussed, then, reach out to the rest of your alliance. Hey, who wants to have the profile picture? Who wants to have the title? And I can send you my accolade. There's some people who care about it. I care about it a lot. If you guys look, I have all of them except for one. I'm only missing the Grandmaster's Little Helper title. But I've got most of them. We don't have to go through all of them. But now I kind of want to. Fastest Thumbs. I picked that one up. Let's see. I'm trying to remember all of them. Juiciest Roster. I got. Leader of the Pack, I got nice, very nice, super nice. I got let's see here, too many titles. Strongest Defense. I got the Top Collector is the one I cared about the most. That one I feel like is actually the one I've earned the most. I consider myself a collector. And the weirdest rank up choice, my rank 4 Unstoppable Colossus. But anyway, I'm trying to get that Grandmaster's Little Helper. So if any of you guys have a Grandmaster's Little Helper accolade that you have no one to send to, feel free to shoot me a message in the game. I would love to have it. It would be awesome. I'd very much like that final title. I think I'm only missing a couple left to get that. But anyway, guys, so for the Greater Banquet event, for these greater gifting crystals, you guys all know that I've gone hard in these events in the past, the gifting events every Christmas. I always gonna go nuts because I'm always wanting that 6-star Weapon X. But now that I finally have the 6-star Weapon X, the character that they've added that's new is the Jessica Jones, and I must have the 6-star Jessica Jones. So I would very much like to get as many greater gifting crystals as possible, but I've got to be able to justify the spend. I've got to be able to justify getting the units to get the crystals. Now I've got, if you look so far, I've got 19 unopened Greater Banquet crystals, and I'd love to turn that number into a much, 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 much bigger number. In order to do that, what I'm going to ask of you guys, anyone who sees this video, give me a subscribe. I'm going to pause the video real quick. I'm going to pull up my channel, and I'm going to see how many subscribers I have as of this moment. I'm going to pause it real quick. Okay, so as of right now, I have 368 subscribers. So what I think I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to go back to game, 368 subscribers, and we are back to the game. So I've got 368 subscribers. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to 50 units per subscriber after this video goes public. Every subscriber I get, I'll commit 50 units towards a Greater Banquet Crystal. So let's see. How many units would... Let me see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to do math. Every 31 would be 3,100, so double that. So every 62 subscribers, we'll pick up an Odin and pop 10 crystals. How's that sound? Every 62 subscribers, we're going to open 10 crystals. Or, well, 11 really, kind of, because you get that extra 100 units. So that'll kind of turn into We'll open 10 and a third. 10 and a third greater gifting crystals for every 62 subscribers. So every subscriber, I'm going to watch the numbers. Every subscriber to the channel I get, I'm going to add 50 units towards the greater Banquet crystals. I'm going to keep very close track of this number. And we can decide in the comments if we want me to just open 10 at a time per milestone or pick a date and just do a final tally at the date and open everything all at once, which honestly sounds like more fun if I'm going to be able to have the patience to wait that long to open all of the crystals. So let's get it. Share this video with your friends, share it with your alliance mates, share it in your Discord channels, share it in your line groups, wherever you are. Share the channel. Let's get Cracetos to open way more crystals than he's supposed to. Let's get him to spend way more money than he should. Let's get him in trouble at home by subscribing to his channel and helping the world see Cracetos and his crazy videos. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go take care of the little man here, and we are gonna get after this Banquet event. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments, and I will try and keep an eye on them and answer them as quick as I can. Have a good night, folks, and happy holidays.